Hello and welcome back to our tutorial series about the Artificial Lab. Last time we learned the basics. Today we look into how to upload and use media files like audio and video in your AR pieces. So let's first add a video into the scene. There are two ways to do this, either in the Add Object options or in the Media tab. You may have noticed that the video does not appear in the outline. That's because it is a texture, so we will find it in the Media tab. In order to make it visible in the scene, we need to link it to a 3D object by adding a target. For instance, the flag is an object we can use, like this. And in the outliner you can also see a purple dot next to the mesh that we linked with this video target. If you want, you can add transparency to your video. It works like the green screen function in standard video editors. To make it transparent, check the chroma key and adjust the following parameters. You can also use a different color than green. Just take the color picker and choose the color of your choice. More details on these specific parameters can be found in the documentation. In case your video is upside down or mirrored, you can use the flip options. If you like, you can also use a second element in the scene as a target, so it is possible to use multiple targets for one video. So now both the flag and the TV have the same video texture. But be aware, we can only add one video into the scene. Now let's look into how to add and link audio files in your AR scene. Uploading an audio file is basically the same as uploading a video. You can use the Add Object 3D button or the plus icon in the Media tab. Unlike video files, you can add as many audio files as you like. In the lab, sound can be positioned in 3D space, allowing for a spatial sound experience. Sound can come from a specific source in the 3D space and be louder or quieter based on how close the viewer is, which is awesome. If you want to keep it simple, just leave the audio without the spatial option, and it is just there in the background. But with the spatial option, you can decide on the distance from which the sound becomes audible. You can use the helpers in the 3D viewer to determine this. Okay, let's see. I linked the sound effect to the flag element and set a radius of 3 meters. Further than 3 meters away, you cannot hear the sound anymore. On top of that, you can also set a radius in which the sound is at its maximum. This we will set to 1 meter. Inside of it, the sound is the loudest it can be. When consider y-axis is enabled, the height is also taken into consideration as a parameter, so the viewer has to, for example, crouch to hear the sound. But in this case, we don't need that. Okay, we have added an audio and video file into the scene. Now let's test in AR. You all already know how this is done. In case you have any questions, join our Discord and ask right away, and we hope to see you next time in our next tutorial video. Good luck, have fun, and goodbye.